Hey guys, Adam here from DirectionTrader.com. Let's do today's morning recap and kind of mid-morning looking forward video. It's Friday, May 16th, and it's about 7:45 on the West Coast, so about 9:45 Central Standard Time. So we'll start off here by looking at the S&P. After this big drop the last couple days, had a nice little push to the downside the last couple days. Market's just kind of taking a break. Now there's three different kind of breaks that the markets will take. After it gets a push, it'll either give a little bit of a nod forward, which typically leads to further accelerated move. You can get a little drop and then kind of a pause, which could lead for another little push to the downside, but not as dramatic. And there's also the one where you get a nice pullback. This will tend to either be kind of a reversal pattern or just even less of a follow through. So that's what I'm going to look at today. As you see, we got a nice little drop to the downside and we're just kind of paused here. So if we stay in this sideways fashion as what it's starting to look like, we just kind of stay sideways here the remainder of the day. I'm going to look for further follow through coming Monday and just get a little bit further drop here, just a little bit further down, seeing if we can test some of this support down here around these 46 areas, and then see what happens when we get down there. So depending on how today ends up finishing up, after this push to the downside, we're going to be able to determine, hey, what's the likelihood of a follow through versus some type of reversal off this point. If we get more of a pullback, today, maybe we could look for something like this moving forward. So today, how we close today is going to have a big factor as far as to how we what we look for the markets to do moving forward. Let's go ahead and look at the other indexes here. Same thing kind of here with the Russell. We had this nice, not 2-day pop, 3-day pop in the Russell. See if it pulls back here and retests this 8-period moving average. If that does it, then we're still holding these lows. If that does, we're still holding these lows. If we just push down and we just kind of stay right here, you can go ahead and look to sell below them lows come Monday and off to the races again. We'll look to the downside. But again, today's activity is going to have a lot of impact on how I look come Monday morning, how I'm looking to trade come Monday morning, whether I am looking for long side opportunities on Monday or we're just simply waiting for these lows to break and we're off to the races. But another good market to go ahead and pay attention to. See what type of reaction we get. If we get just sideways reaction, look Monday for this thing to possibly start to break. If we get a little bit more of a pullback, then we could see kind of a little W pattern or double bottom or whatever you guys want to call it, and possible a little pop back to the upside, believe it or not. Look here at the NASDAQ. Same thing's going to apply to all these stock index futures, guys. It's going to be like a broken record. If this thing wants to just kind of pause here, you could see further downside activity coming. If we get more of a pullback, then that's when you can see kind of a reversal opportunity. And I know you're going to say, well, it's the same thing on the Dow. It is. That's what we're looking at, guys. I just wanted to go through all the markets and make sure I showed you all of them. If we push down, we get more of a sideways move. You can see further downside activity coming. If we're able to get a little pop to the upside today in the afternoon session, look for maybe some type of reversal come Monday morning. But as of right now, guys, it's looking like we got further downside activity to come moving forward. Today, I can see a lot of slow, sloppy reactions. The rest of the day, it's Friday. It's very typical, especially if it's Friday and it's after we've already had a push. So the move has already happened. Now the market's just taking a little break, and then it will recharge itself ready for Monday again. Gold or crude, I wanted to show you real fast because the crude has had that push, little pullback, and now we're getting a little pop back to the upside. We tested our 8-period that we were talking about in yesterday's video. We said we have this rising support coming up underneath it. Let's see if we can test it and get a little bounce. We are getting a little bounce here, so I am continuing my bullish mentality here with the crude market. And then the bonds are going to be kind of just the opposite of the indexes. You had this thrust to the upside, and they're just kind of taking a break too. So as long as they're just taking a break right here, just look for further follow through with them as well. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Little tip there, something you could draw out for yourself would be, this type of move after you get a thrust to the downside. What type of reaction do you get that following day? or the following couple days? Do you get that thrust and then another semi push down? That'll lead to further expansion to the downside. This here will lead to more follow through, but not as much. This here could lead to a little follow through or possible reversal action. So very, very interesting to see how today's going to wrap up, or the day after a thrust, if I would say. So very interesting here, guys. So I hope that helps. Hope you guys understand what I was talking about, and hope you get some value out of it. If you have any questions, you can always email me, adam@directiontrader.com. If not, thanks for watching, and I will see you in Monday's recap. Have a great weekend, everybody.